one who was buried comes up from the grave. One once was human, but a full moon makes him a slave. Siblings infernal by blood or by spell. Formaldehyde and Wolf Tummy presents Drag Us to Hell.
Welcome to Drag Us to Hell, the podcast for all the weirdos and queerdos. I am your host, Jesse.
What?
No, just kidding.
What?
Melda. I am here joined with Franco.
That is my name.
And yeah, I actually got it right. Yeah. And Jason, of course.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
Why are you fucking guys still here? Why are we not in San Francisco? And why are you not wearing
I don't know.
dollar store clothes?
So we still have to do the
Tommy?
shopping. We are going to do that. We're going to record it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had it.
Dollar store fucking.
I've been
outfit.
waiting to put you on blast on this because this is a big moment for me.
This has been like the drama of drama.
Oh, really?
So the thing
No,
is,
I'm just
I've
kidding.
looked. I kind of Googled.
I was looking at tickets. We were both.
Well, I'm talking about the clothes.
Oh, you're talking about the clothes. Oh, I'm talking about the fucking trip.
And for those who don't remember, if you haven't listened to our last podcast, which you should, there was a bet. And long story short,
I lost.
Wolf Tummy lost, right? Actually, I actually lost because I was playing for him. But and he had to he had to go shopping at dollar store.
Well, he had the option of dollar store or Walmart, but you refused to go to Walmart, which I don't know why.
Yes.
They
You
have.
don't know why? Oh God.
I don't know what they have. Just like standard clothes that don't have any branding on them whatsoever, and you choose the dollar store still.
Wretched. I would not.
And they were going to go to San Francisco.
We were supposed to go to San Francisco
for a Fright Night event.
Yeah.
Fright night.
So we're postponing the trip.
Okay.
Yes.
Until next month.
Oh,
Tickets
okay.
were very expensive, and like the lowest I did find was like.
Can I say something out real quick?
Yeah.
Before we throw a price, it doesn't matter. This is, I know I'm an old guy and I'm seasoned. This is what happens when you wait till the last freaking minute, right?
Yeah.
You can't help it. That's what we. That's what the gays do. We always wait till the last.
Not
really.
me. I've been talking to you about it a lot.
You have.
And you kept
I've been
like,
very irresponsible.
Yeah, and you kept like, yeah. We'll do it like this week. We'll do this week.
Well, I mean, it's next month again, so we're gonna still do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get on your ass now about it because
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
like,
get the tickets.
by time I get into your head to where you're like, yeah, we gotta get the tickets. It'll be like still a month ahead before we need to get these fucking tickets.
But I'm sticking to. I'm gonna still. We're gonna do the. We'll record me buying the clothes.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, there's nowhere to
can't
try them on.
No. That's why it's like at least
I feel
Walmart
bad.
had a
That's true.
fucking dressing room.
They do have dressing rooms in Walmart.
Fuck that. So here's the thing. If like anybody listens
okay.
that works there, mad respect.
Yeah.
But I just could never do it. I can't do it.
Okay, so it's funny because me and Jason were
disgusting
we're having
and
a
filthy.
conversation about this, and I asked the question, where do you shop then? Where
Me?
do you go? Yeah, where do you go?
yeah, that was
because I'm
that was
like,
the
if you
question.
don't go to like Walmart or you don't go to like even Target, because like Target to me is like the bougie version of Walmart. Like I go there when I just get paid because I'm like I have extra cash and I could get like some nice clothes, quote unquote nice clothes. I'm looking at you, Franco, for that one.
Franco's judging right now.
Because like again, like where do you go? Are you like a Dillard's? Do you go to
What?
Dillard's?
Oh.
I'm sorry that we were talking about.
What
we
does that
threw
even mean? What word is that?
We
just threw that out.
Is that like Macy's?
Melda, would you come over like Thursday or something? I can't remember.
I came in
Are
on
you
Thursday.
fucking kidding me?
We had like an hour conversation about
this.
you.
Yeah, because we're genuinely curious. Like, if you don't shop at Walmart, you don't shop at Target. Like, where do you eat?
Where
do you go to eat? Are you like a Sprouts person?
Oh.
Do you go to Sprouts? You go to Sprouts. You're giving those
I
side
do go to
eyes.
Trader
Sprouts.
Joe's. I see
Trader Joe's.
Trader
too?
Joe's, yes.
Oh my god.
Whole Foods, yes.
Jesus.
But are you kidding me? Do you think I would shop at any of those places for clothes?
Well, I don't know where you go. As I'm asking, like Dillard's is like
I would
that's
never
like,
go to a fucking deal. Are you kidding?
That's like high
Is that
brand.
even a thing? Well,
That's like high brand.
find my time machine to go back to when that was even. Does that even exist anymore?
Yes, they still exist all
No,
over the place, and I've never
no,
stepped
no.
foot in it because I'm like, oh, they're too bougie for me.
Uh,
Like the
Scottsdale
one,
Fashion Square.
yeah, like the one
I go
time I went there.
And
That's like all designers.
yeah, of course.
What the hell, Franco?
Like-
oh my god!
And then also, I think I told you my favorite thing is like I told you when you go into Gucci.
yeah,
You know what's like? Okay, I forget that story. I'll tell you this really quick before we jump in our shit. But you know, like what's shitty is like in Europe, And then when you go to the airport here, it's like the airports here is like Wendy's, McDonald's. But then in Europe, it's like
gourmet food.
Well, no food. Oh, food.
Oh, it's all shopping.
It's it's Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Prada. It's just like
I can't even say half these names.
The disparity between like Burberry, like the disparity between
not Burberry. Oh God.
But so like no,
Oh.
I don't shop at those places. No, if I'm gonna buy clothes, I want it to be exclusive. I don't want to have people around me, and I want to feel like no one else can afford it.
But you don't look that way. Like if I'm like, and that's a compliment.
Because
at least like when I think of like real bougie people, they're like those jackasses that flaunt it.
Yeah.
Now, if I see Pablo with his little Gucci,
we got to talk about that.
I'm like, now I'm gonna think you're an asshole.
I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, I'm not like dead ass. I'm like, you're an asshole.
I am.
You're an asshole for that one.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, so I own a whole bunch of designer shit.
Yeah,
but like I don't really wear it. I like owning it. I'm addicted to buying it.
Okay,
I think that's what my addiction.
I feel that because that's like my addiction. Like right now, I have like a fucking Tiffany doll, like sitting on my lap.
Yeah, I was taking pictures of that. With the red light coming up here.
Yeah, it looks great.
That way you can probably share it on the pod.
I guess I can understand of like buying things that like rarely other people are going to see besides me.
Yeah.
So I guess I could see that.
Like I have a wall, and this is fucking awful. Yeah. But like I have a wall. We have a big closet, right? In the bedroom, and I have the wall of all my shoes.
Oh God!
I have a wall of shoes.
Oh God!
Wow! And
really? Okay. How much? Oh my God. How much? Like estimate? How much does this wall of shoes cost?
Well,
because that's scary.
Well, let me think if anybody knows where I live because I want people to try to break in. But
true.
I mean, I've got probably 25 pairs of shoes.
What?
Franco, oh my God! I've had like
it's a lot because some of them are like
I haven't probably even had 25 pairs of shoes in my whole life.
The most expensive, really?
No,
the most expensive pair of shoes I have is like $2,000.
Holy shit! Does it walk for you?
Yeah, right.
I think I've only worn. Okay, hey, this is before like I knew you, but we hadn't.
Yeah, before we like actually.
Hey, remember when we did that episode when I bought and I'm like, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Yes, these are the new red.
Oh yeah.
I haven't worn those since then.
Oh, really?
Those red Gucci's that I wore that one time.
How much were those?
They were like $1,200.
God,
I wore them in here.
Do they do the dishes for you? Like, what the hell are you spending that much money on?
Because it was right when Jason and Callie got married. So I was like,
first off, Justin.
I mean, Justin and Callie got married. Sorry, like I wore them that day.
Yeah,
and then I haven't worn them since then.
I guess I can't really talk because I did pay $500 for this Tiffany doll.
See,
and it's a doll,
but
it really doesn't.
She looks good. She looks,
but at least she's out. She's out and around, out and about.
Yeah, I'm taking this bitch everywhere.
And you've upgraded her.
I've upgraded her. I love this. Like, this is a little side note. Yeah, I have
she
Tiffany
looks great, dude.
Currently with me in the pod. She's sitting on my lap. She's very she's beat for the gods.
She's beat for the gods.
She's
got those lashes.
She's got the lashes. She's got the jacket. I even went to the point of giving her little tights, screen accurate. I did like spend a lot of time looking for these fucking tights. This has been like my little project because I've taken kind of like a little break from drag and shit like that because I needed like a mental health mental break. Yeah, I was like I need it. Drag is fun, but once you start doing it as a job, it just gets real like dreadful.
I bet. Yeah.
And this kind of goes back to like what I used to do like before drag and stuff, and when I was just doing makeup on the side. I loved making props for like replicas of props. Now I won't say I did like the best job usually at them. Yeah. But like this Tiffany doll is like been giving me all the serotonin I've needed. I redid her face. Yeah. I did eyelashes. I got like I was telling Jason, I was looking for a fucking motor jacket for this doll. And on Etsy, it's $175 for a jacket.
Damn.
I already paid $500.
That's like a shoelace.
Literally. Yeah.
For Franco.
Yeah. I already paid $500 for the doll. I don't want to spend another $175 for a jacket. Something that like I will probably take on and off, like depending on how I display her and stuff like that. So I went and this is a little like DIY tip for anybody who wants to do this. I don't know the exact website, but you could just look it up. I just went and looked for toddler's motor jacket. I looked at the measurements. I measured the doll. and I got one for $12. I was like, if this $12, like, if it doesn't work, I spent $12. It's better than like spending $175 any day.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like, I'll just see, like, it might not be the best quality. This thing fit her not only like perfectly, but then like it really needed like rare like alterations to like real simple stuff that anybody could do at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how you fucking do it. This is how I started off. Like I used to be making like Hellraiser puzzle boxes out of cardboard.
Yeah.
Like that's what I used to do. And I used to hand draw the designs on this shit. Like if you want something, just put your fucking mind to it. But like this doll has just been like,
I agree.
It has been such a nice like break.
When you walked in with it, man, she was like, everybody in the store, eyes were like, what?
Yeah,
what's up?
I fucking love her. It's so rewarding when you get to see stuff like this happen. Like
we got this underlight here, in our studio here with red light, so it looks great on her. I took some pictures, and so we'll post them up on the
we'll post them up on, we'll be posting them. Yeah, Jason took some photos of it in the new like screen.
Screening.
So
right behind Wolf Tummy right now, we have Ghostface with a knife.
The kitchen.
Again, like stuff like this, like I love this shit. This is why I love like just hanging around the shop and stuff, because this is what I love doing at home. Just for myself. I used to do like, I got like really, when I was working at a clothing company, I remember them getting rid of a bunch of mannequins. And I was like, I filled my little Volkswagen Jetta to the roof full of like mannequin parts and shit, because I was like, I'm gonna do something out of this. And I remember that Halloween I did a ghost face in the front yard with all my like spare mannequin parts. Coolest shit ever. Coolest shit ever. And I was like, this is the shit I fucking live for.
Mannequins are great. You know, obviously they look real as hell, right? Yeah. I've had so many people won't even get near this ghost face thing. They're just like, nope, because they think it's one of these days I'm going to dress up like it.
That would be so
just
good.
Destroy people.
That would be amazing. Oh wow, that'd be amazing. Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, but this is like. I love it. I love doing stuff like this. Next is my Good Guy doll, because I did buy the Good Guy doll plush.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing shit to him. I just bought his little voodoo knife today.
Nice.
I did right when I was leaving the house too here. I bought voice boxes that I could download sounds. Nice. So hopefully I'll get that to work, so I can have one for her and Chucky. So we'll see. Like shit, like I've been doing everything off of Amazon. And it's so easy, because like the voice box, $5. Yeah. And, like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I spent $5. Mm-hmm. I know like what to look for in the future if I want something nicer. But just seeing how it goes and stuff like that. But
there's this company, I don't know if you heard them, called Amazon.
I love fucking Amazon. You know what? If I could ever get sponsored by Amazon, because that's like how my drag is and everything, I'm like, ship it one day, Prime, get it to me, I'm ready.
So we're like all over the place, but I want to tell you two things really quick.
First go for it.
Because you go to kind of backtrack on what you said about Target.
Side note, this is like this is just a chillax pod. We don't really have like any rhyme.
I'm getting a lot of
reason.
shit off my chest.
Yeah, we're just doing stuff. And just talking.
I don't prefer shit on my chest, by the way.
I don't know.
Some people do.
Some German stuff right there.
Germans love that.
Yeah, the
So, God, what was I going to say? So first off, the thing about you were talking about Target. Mm-hmm. So somebody gave me a Target gift card.
Oh my God!
For
How
like
dare they?
$100.
$100, but oh my God!
I'll bring it. I'll give it to you.
I was about to say I could get so much from that.
They gave it to you for Christmas like 2 years ago, and I still have it.
Oh my God! I could get so much. I could already look at the things in my head that I could get over there.
Like 100 bags of chips or some shit.
No, you know what? They actually have in their toy section. They have all the NECA figurines for all the horror movies. Like they have like the Ghostface.
They actually do, yeah.
They have like the Season of the Witch ones. They have, a bunch. They had like Leatherface, Annabelle. I will say Target has really upped their game. Like they have like all the plushes and stuff. I would recommend
their toy game.
Their toy game. I would recommend just going to Terror Traders instead though.
Hey, I like that.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because they're the same price, but at least you come home to a family here at Terror Traders.
I love it. I love that. Great plug, by the way.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna tell you guys. I think you guys briefly kind of touched on it, but I took Paolo to the dog park.
Yes, this is great.
And first off, I don't
just
like going.
You deserved it.
I don't like really going there.
Right.
But like Dan's like he's got to get acclimated to other dogs and all that shit. So
yeah.
He's doing a really good job. He's like 5 months old now.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a puppy. But so there was like, okay, I'm just gonna use the word gypsy. But it's I don't mean that as like aroma. I just mean that she was giving me
the dress.
Yeah, she was giving me that energy.
Yeah.
So there's like a lady walking around the dog park, and Melda already called me out, but so I bought Paolo a Gucci dog collar, $500, not bad.
Of course,
$500 for a collar. Okay,
but
oh shit, I would have. Okay,
this lady had the audacity, the nerve to try to steal my dog's collar.
Now, how? Like, what was her like? Does she have an excuse? Why was she doing it,
dude? So she had she was smoking the entire time.
Yeah.
And she was like being overly friendly with him. I kind of noticed.
Right.
And then the other dog, I'm like, oh, that must be her dog, because in the video there's like another dog that Paolo's playing with.
Right.
And she was like, oh, and she was like grabbing the other dog. That wasn't her dog.
Oh shit.
So she was trying to get close to my dog, and she was like reaching over, but then she was pretending to like kind of
love on the other one.
Yeah, but she was like feeling his collar and like reaching around his neck. And I'm like, this bitch is trying to steal my dog's collar. Work, because I'm like, actually, you know what?
Deserve it.
But I was like, you know what?
Deserve it.
I'm like, that's the whole point of having that collar, is that other people will want it. But at the same time, I'm like, don't actually try to steal it.
Yeah.
But also, like, how did she think she was gonna get out of that situation? Like,
I'm
you
like
wouldn't
dead on
notice?
looking right at her too.
You got it on video.
Yeah,
I saw this video.
Wild. I haven't seen the video. You're gonna have to send that. to me.
yeah,
That's
dude.
funny.
Yeah, I'm filming her.
Yeah, you'll
You
see
can see how fakey she's acting, right?
And then she kind of, you see her kind of with the other dog, this and that, and then Paolo kind of gets it by alone or by herself,
Yeah.
and then you see her hand right on that collar.
Yeah, she's like trying to unfasten his collar.
Oh my god!
Wasn't
that's
taking
wild.
over his head, but you could tell she's trying to.
like trying to finagle it.
Yeah, finessing it off of him. Oh my god, that's wild. That's insane. Me, like, if I like, I'm just gonna say, like, if I saw him at the dog park, if I saw a Gucci, I'm like, oh, it's probably like counterfeit. Like, it's probably like one of those like fake ones off of like Wish. So I'm like, I don't even
You could call me ugly. You could call me old. You could call me anything, but never.
Oh, this is great.
Say that I have counterfeit. How fucking dare you?
I'm just gonna say that's how my thought process goes for it. Because like when I see shit like that, I'm like, yeah, they probably got it off of Wish.com, like that shit like that. That's why I'm like, she was real confident knowing that shit was real.
That's why I was like, when Franco texted it, he's like, dude, some lady tried to steal my dog's collar. I'm like,
That
where
is
do you
so
go to
funny.
dog park? Fucking Compton? I'm like, Jesus, dude.
And
Dude,
also,
this was a bouge
Really?
dog park.
Also, it's like
Yeah.
it's like wearing like a nice like Rolex out in public. Like, don't ever do that. Like, wear it to like a nice party or something. People you know.
Yeah.
Don't be putting your dog
I gotta-
with the fucking Gucci at the dog park. Do that when you're like taking
That's a
like
flex.
yeah,
That's a flex.
Like put it on like when like he's like going down like a nice walk in like a nice rich neighborhood or something, so that like you
Yeah.
actually like look a part of the community and stuff.
Well, I want to look above the community.
Oh.
But speaking, like, I bought Dan like a Rolex
Yeah.
for our anniversary.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so I feel
We
so
have Rolexes too.
We've
and I've
argued
never-
about it.
never-
I feel disrespected.
Yeah.
because it's literally in his nightstand.
Yeah.
next to like his fucking inhaler.
Yeah,
and like
that's
and
how
like
I
and
am.
mail that he didn't
You
open.
won't ever catch me wearing my Rolex ever,
Dude,
Never.
yeah, I mean, I would never wear. I wouldn't get one.
You know what's like,
'cause, like,
you know what's like too fancy for me to wear is my class ring. Like, I will never wear that shit ever
I
because
lost
I'm like
mine,
that is like so into yourself. You'll never catch me. But I
Yeah.
still bought it, even though it was like $100.
we all had to do it though. Yeah.
I never bought one. I didn't buy one.
You didn't
I will
get
never
one?
buy it.
Nah.
My
Yeah,
parents
you didn't fall
like
into
you
that
know why?
trap.
Because
It's a scam.
I would look like when I was 18, I look at all my adults, right? And
Yeah.
you always look down because I was like a skate punk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all had that class ring. Like they would knock
Yeah.
it on a table.
Yes,
My school
exactly.
principal would. I'm like, I'm not going to be that fucking guy.
That is so funny that you say it because I had the exact thought because like my like core memory of high school that
Yeah.
all was like a blur to me really, but like a core memory was in my sophomore year or no, what's the one before senior?
It's freshman?
Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Oh, junior. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Junior
all
year.
fucked up.
I don't see. That's how much I didn't care about it. Yeah, my junior year, I remember I had a history teacher, and he was the football coach.
Right.
And so, of course, like his fucking son was like a douchebag, like,
Right.
that I had known all the way since elementary school, and he was that douchebag that did the exact same shit.
Yeah.
Like always would tap his fucking
Yeah.
ring on the thing. And I remember this one time, it was like one of the last tests ever, like that. Basically until summer, and I was basically failing the class, and
Right.
like because he fucking hated my guts.
Yeah.
I think it was because he knew like I was like limp. I'm playing limp wrist for everybody who doesn't see this. Like limp wrist, that meme with the
Yeah.
girl, like the nails.
Right.
Yeah, he knew. He
he
knew,
knew,
of course.
and like
because
I
he
didn't-
obviously sees it in his son.
yeah,
But
that,
he-
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, he saw his son looking at me. That's why he's
Yeah.
mad. No, I caught him at the bathhouse. That's why.
Oh,
no,
shit.
no, but anyways, jokes aside, I just remember like I handed my fucking test to me, and he was the one that like graded right in front of you and hand it back to you and call you like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was I remember him distinctly saying like, "You're never going to be anything in life," and he's like, "I hope you know that." And he's like, "I just want to say that."
That's a great teacher, right? By
yeah.
The way.
Oh yeah, amazing. I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you, my guy." And he was basically he's like, "Oh yeah, you just want to be like a nobody, like anybody else, like everybody else." And he's like, "Wow." And then he handed me the paper and he said, "I only gave you a D+ because I don't want to see your face here next year." And I was like, "Well, okay." I was like, "Well, you're doing me a service because I didn't want to look at you again."
You know what that's code for? He was in love with you.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But that was like one of the things. Well, it was funny because I, like 2 years after, or no, right after I got off Dragula, it was funny because they were having a career day, and my science teacher, who really loved me, asked if I would come in as presentation of like being like, because I was still somewhat young. I was only 2 years into being out of high school, so they were like, "You're young, that you will get across to the kids that like you don't necessarily have to go to college real fast. You don't have to necessarily know everything outside of like just graduating." And so she's like, "Can you please become like a speaker to my class?" She's like, "Because I love you and I love like your drive. You were talented and stuff like that. You did a lot outside of high school and stuff." And I remember her class was right next door to his, and he was like very much like would pop into her class and talk to her a lot.
Right.
And he saw me while I'm giving this speech, and he stayed. And then after, I got like the upper hand, and I was just like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Remember me? You told me I was going to be nothing." And I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "That's funny." And my fucking science teacher was just looking at me. She's like, "Oh shit, drama's going down. Drama's going down," because she knew he was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But like, it was just real funny because I got the upper hand. I'm like, "Oh look, like I'm doing just fine." And I was like, "Thank you for giving me that D+ because you showed me what I didn't want to become." And I was like, "I need to be like a douchebag like you and your son." But
I love it.
That's why I will never fucking wear my.
Dude, I bet his son's a mess.
Oh, his son has 2 kids, already been divorced from his wife, and it's now a single dad.
See,
at age what, 23?
23. Yeah, my age.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe even younger, 22, because I think he was like a year behind all of us or something like that. But I was just like,
that's
who really? And I'm like,
he fast forward really quick.
Yeah,
in life.
and I was like,
right? You just went straight to the fast forward.
Yeah, and I was like, see, that's what you get for knocking up the first like cheerleader girl. Like, and that's I blame that all on his dad because I bet his dad was the pressure.
He pressured him to do all
that.
that.
I've been like, you need a family, you need a career and stuff. I bet that guy's like working for every fucking penny you got, and it sucks because it's like the kids
never
don't deserve
can save
that.
any money.
Yeah, never. And he can't enjoy life.
I never understood like the class ring thing. Congratulations, you graduated high school.
Yeah.
No shit. I mean, how fucking? I mean, I had to do is show up of it.
It's like it's 4 years of like your entire life.
I guess. Yeah. Right.
Like, wow, that did so much for me. Sorry. Like, I'm like, oh
dude,
my God.
My mom didn't even go to my graduation.
Really?
I didn't want to go to my graduation. My
she was busy.
Forced me.
Yeah, because you don't have to.
No, you don't have to. And my parents were like forcing me. I'm like, I don't want to go and do this. I was like, because I don't care. I was and literally it was funny because like the minute I graduated, I walked off that stage. I grabbed my phone.
Right.
I unfollowed every single person I knew from high school, except for my brother's girlfriend because we grew up together and she was my best friend. I was like, I dead ass want nothing to do with any of you guys after this, and I still have it. I've like kept my word. I don't talk to anybody out of high school. I don't want any connections out of high school. Like that's just like that 4 years.
Are you going to go to your reunion?
You know what?
Have to.
I want to because I want to flex the fuck out of what I've done. I'm gonna be like, I've been on TV. Yeah. I've met like my idols. I walk red carpets. I go and see early screening. I want to show them like what they're missing. Because I know like all of them. Like,
very sagebrush high.
Because like at this point, like what I do see off of social media and stuff, like on Facebook, with my old account, I see them all pregnant. All the guys all have kids, all have families and stuff. They look so miserable. And I'm like, I want to go. You know what I want to do? I want to go in drag when I do it.
Hell yeah.
I want to go in full drag. I want to just like walk that shit and been like, yeah, this is me.
Yeah. No.
And I'm living a fucking good ass life.
Did you ever go to a reunion?
Me?
Yeah.
I went to a party after the reunion.
Did you?
Yeah, because like the people, it was weird. Like my group of friends, I mean, this is Just don't look at me, Melda. So I was like in like the group of popular kids.
Yeah. Sure.
But we weren't assholes,
right?
You know, we had a small core group.
Wait, what is that? Why is that bad?
Because I feel like you're gonna be like, oh, of course you were.
No, I told you guys at the last podcast that I was always somehow connected to the football team, and I feel like that's as douchey as you get in high school.
Yeah.
So I'm like from afar, I'm also the douchebag because I was always like
you're douche by
them.
proxy.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like but then there was like the kind of second group, like the B group.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we all got together, so a friend of mine, she actually rented a restaurant.
Okay.
And she actually did a thing that was like, I want like 10 years worth of classes all to come to this restaurant. What? So it was like, there was like actually like a shit ton of people there.
Wow.
But what was a trip was like me and my friends, we, like you said, you just kind of don't connect to them anymore.
Yeah.
So we all like kind of saw each other and said hi. But then there was like that B group who still tried to be high school. Yeah. Like they all pulled tables together and they turned their backs to everybody. And I'm like, you guys, are you fucking kidding me?
So pathetic.
It's pathetic. Geez. And then I'm like, bald spot. Like, don't, dude, don't do that. Just be nice.
Walmart
We're not in high. Oh God, we're not in high school anymore.
Yeah, that's dumb. I never went to any of them. I was like, fuck it. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to anybody I went to high school with.
Yeah.
Man. And I had a graduating class of like 800. So it was big.
I had a big class too. Yeah. And it's funny because I see them all around town, like all the time.
See, that's another thing. Like, I'm not here either. I mean, you're not where you graduated either. So I'm across the country.
And the thing why I was like so like adamant about like disconnecting was because I graduated with the same kids that I went all the way to elementary school with.
Wow.
So I've known these kids my whole fucking life. And it's like I've seen the worst of the worst.
Like the thing is, you know all these kids, but so then you kind of, although you disconnected from them, you kind of know who's gay, right? You know,
all of them.
See, that's my problem. Is like the ones I don't know anything about, and I know like literally I know one person that I still have contact with, Adrian, who's friends with who is friends with Carrie.
Oh, one of our customers. Yeah.
From Terrifier.
From Terrifier.
So so like she was like, hey, I know Adrian. I'm like, holy shit, I do that. I went to school with her. So, but like weirdly, like I don't know any of these people. I don't know who anything about their lives.
Did you go to high school in America or
Italy?
Yeah. Okay.
I went to high school here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Well, I went to let's see, I started at Independence.
Okay.
Then I went to Trevor Brown. Then I went to Carl Hayden.
Oh my God.
Then I went to...
I don't even know what any of these names mean.
Dude, I can tell you all the high schools I went to.
This is here?
Yeah. I was going to say, I only know these schools because I had to do cross country.
Because I couldn't relate to, you know.
Yeah, I had to do cross country, and I did all of these. I went to all of these schools.
And then I went to Central.
Okay.
Then I went to...
Wait, how many fucking high schools did you go to?
Well, I graduated. I ended up finishing at North High School.
I don't know that one.
I don't know any of these high schools.
Dude, I went to 5 high schools.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
But like every year you'd switch?
Or? Oh, it was more than
one.
Yeah.
More than one a year.
It was like the first year of high school. I went to 3 different schools.
Really? I had that. I wish I had that because it was like I went to the elementary school that's in my neighborhood. Then we went down to the middle school that was down the street from the elementary school, and then we went to the high school that was right down from the middle school.
Yeah.
So it was like I just went straight through a line within like 10 miles of my house. So it was like I've known these kids all the way since I was in preschool.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way to the last day of high school. And I was so tired.
Were there any other horror kids? Like, did you have like a horror group?
No, that's funny. It was like I was like, I will say probably the weirdest kid around ever. Like everybody knew me as the weird kid because I was always the one, like there was the artsy kids, which I would like gravitates towards them. But even then the artsy kids were like somewhat popular and they would never draw the shit I would draw. I was the only one in all my schools who was always the one that had like, you'd look at a line of all rainbows and then I'm the one skull.
Really?
All the time. And like even in high school I was like, oh shit, like I'm going to fit in because I know like in high school, there's more edgier kids. There's like you're expressing yourself. Still, even like the kid who was like somewhat on the edgy side still drew like somewhat like beautiful pictures. I was always the one that was like drawing like the Black Dahlia in high school, or like I was drawing like my nightmares and stuff all the way like always. Like my shit was always so dark. Or like we had to do like still lives.
Yeah.
But we had to build our own. So what did I do? I brought all my fucking masks that I had from home, created my own still life. So there's like the season of the witch mask. There was like a plague doctor mask. There was the Hellraiser puzzle box, and like that was my still life that I was drawing. And it was like I was always just like the weirdest kid ever.
I grew up in high school in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Which I know, I don't feel happy about that now because I'm old as shit, but I was very happy I did that, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, my school, if you took the movie Summer School, and all the stereotypes, every single person, maybe had that was my fucking school.
That's how high school was in the 80s.
It was
real.
I laugh about that. I was watching that movie probably, I don't know, 6 months ago. My kid walked by and she's just like, I go, this is literally what it's like. I was Chainsaw and then, that other fucking
Chainsaw Dave.
Dave, yeah. Just one of those guys. We were the horror kids, right? But you had that whole, it was, I love that movie. If you guys have never seen it out there, go watch it. It's a fucking great movie.
Yes,
yeah.
But that was it, man. You had this, but then you always try to mesh with everybody else, but the jocks and it's so weird, man. But it was fucking. That's how it was for me.
I wish.
Teachers didn't give a fuck, man. They would smoke in the classroom sometimes.
Yeah, dude. Like,
dude, like it was always like the shop teacher or like, hey, we gotta go to health class, and he was like the
ain't no principals coming over there.
No, it's always in the annex building, right? Yeah. So you go over, and the guy had an ashtray on his fucking desk, right?
I
and then just be, he didn't give a shit. Hey, it's health class, guys. I don't know, go read chapter 2. Yeah, and he's in there reading the paper, fucking smoking a cigarette. I'm like, that was lit, man. I was like,
yeah, dude,
Mr. Shoop. I had the Shoop.
I went to all like technically I was like the rich. I was in the rich neighborhood.
Yeah,
because like all the white
all the white witches,
the white rich kids went to my school. So all the teachers were very like preppy.
Yeah,
all the like counseling was all preppy.
But it was a different world too because you went in the 2000s. So I mean,
yes.
I've literally, I watched my kid. My kid's probably 4 or 5 years younger than you, right?
Yeah.
No, she's 19, so you're 23. Yeah, 4 years, right?
Yeah,
so
4 years. Yeah.
So I kind of watched that whole thing, and I always trying to compare it. And she was kind of an outcast as well, right?
Yeah.
She loved the Monster High dolls and all that shit.
I loved it. Yeah.
But and she hated high school. Fucking hated it. Man.
I hated it in high school.
And so, but I kind of try to break it down, and try to analyze it. But two different worlds from when I grew up, man. My wife would try to give her advice. I'm like, Gina, you can't relate to what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because they don't. Well, it was a different world. There was no fucking phone, so there was no nothing, right?
Exactly.
So it's the different. Where to me, it's like if you had to bully somebody. Back in those days,
you had to physically go up to
you
that
had to physically
person.
fucking do it, and then you may pay the consequences. Where now you can destroy people's lives with some keystrokes, So
and see, like
Safe
when
anonymity.
when I got into high school was when Instagram pages would come up, and they would be posting the most vulgar shit, about some person. I was always so afraid that I was going to be one of those people, and then being calling me like the F word and stuff like that.
Right.
But like I never was because I was like. I was cool with kids, but I wasn't that one that like ever made myself known.
Sure.
So I was like, people knew me and cool, but I just minded my own fucking business.
Right.
I never like me going to another class. I never met like other kids to go walking to another class with. It was like headphones in, head down, walk straight to that fucking class. Go all the way to the back of the classroom, mind his own fucking business, have the hoodie on. Like I wasn't like a sad kid, and I wasn't like it, but I just was like, I don't give a fuck about any of you guys. I'm living my own fucking world. I got my own shit I got to deal with.
You're like, I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, the less time I spend like focusing on other shit, the faster the time's gonna go.
Sure.
So I was like, mind your own fucking business. Let the time go, because I was like, I can't. Because I was like, after I'm done with this, I'm out of here.
Right.
And my whole plan was like, pack up, move to LA, never see anybody again.
Right.
Like even like my parents and everything. But then I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I still loved it here. It was still home. Because I did have that little time period where I was like off on my own and I fucking hated it.
Really?
Like I realized like that I'm like, I like my group of people, but it has to be a very specific group of people.
Sure.
I can't just be by myself. So I was like, there's a very specific group of people that I could withstand and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the same kid I am always as a kid, right?
Yeah, same.
I was a fucking monster kid, but I was also a skater, but I would throw down if I needed to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think I fit well in the Marines, and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's one thing I love fucking horror, right? I love this shit. I just love that. And I love people who I can surround myself with people who like it as well, and I think this is where, in weird, I'm tearing up now. I'm just kidding. But we're in a weird, thing in life where I've actually come back to my childhood here at Terror Trader, so it's kind of fun for me,
That I was just about to say, this is like my childhood dream was a shop like this. I can only remember one time ever feeling like the way I feel coming every time I come into here was there was a comic book store that opened right like a few miles down. I only went into it once. It was the happiest I had ever been. Yeah. And I remember getting very vintage, like I still have them. Yeah. Very vintage Chucky comic books.
Oh, cool. Oh,
I love them. I can still like distinctly remember like I was flipping through comics. My dad was me. I probably was only like 8 or 9, I think. Yeah. Very small. I was into horror, but like nothing like I was today. Sure. And I just remember flipping through and I just saw Chucky on the cover. And me and my brother both got one. Yeah. And my dad was like he didn't want us to have it, but then I remember I don't know if my mom was the one, but I just remember walking out of that fucking place with 2 Chucky comic books.
Awesome.
I remember the happiest. Like I said, never felt the same way until I stepped foot in the first time I ever stepped foot into this store. It gave me the same exact vibes of me just like reliving my childhood.
I'm so happy to hear that. That's good, man.
It was amazing. Speaking of the Marines,
yes.
After we did our last pod, I sent him the
oh yes,
I sent him the
Tutti Frutti or whatever.
Fruity Rudy, like all his scenes. Yeah, like there was like a montage that someone made on YouTube.
Yep, because we were talking.
Did we talk about that? We talked about last podcast.
Yeah, we kind of like touched on Fruity Rudy.
Yeah, we had a
so mad respect to Fruity Rudy.
Yes,
follow him if he has social media.
If you guys, if you missed the last one, like I said, when I went to war in Iraq, we had a Rolling Stone reporter with us, and he wrote a best-selling book, right? Mm-hmm. And then HBO bought it and turned it into a miniseries called Generation Kill.
Yep,
which is cool because I got someone got to play. That's my only red carpet experience. I like to go to LA when it premiered and all that shit, but. There was one guy who played himself, Fruity Rudy, and he worked for me forever, and the prettiest Marine ever.
One of the prettiest humans.
Pretty.
Yeah, but we had a thing where everybody in the Marine, we always thought he was gay, thought, right? But we didn't care because Rudy would kill you. By the way, this guy, dude, this guy, I've watched him just literally beat a person to death. You're like, wow,
he could flick me on the nose, and I'd collapse.
But he's like the most prettiest, and he's also one of the nicest guys in the world, right?
Yeah. But nature made him that way.
Yeah,
beautiful but dangerous.
But deadly, 100% deadly. Plus, he's like a sniper. He's everything, right?
Yeah.
But so we always thought it was called Fruity Rudy because he was I've seen that guy more naked than I see myself. Okay, it's just that's how it is, right? Mm-hmm. And but it was like I wonder if he's gay. I wonder if he's gay. And he goes, he's got to be. But then again, it's like who knows if he was or not, right? But then that's why I was like now. You guys be like, all right, Wolf Time, you got horrible gaydar. So we pushed it to Melda, and Melda, you seen that?
Did he ping? Did he ping?
Oh, I mean, he lit up like a fucking Christmas tree, dude. I was like,
okay, good. So now my gaydar I feel better about myself because I'm like, it was so funny because like women would fall all over this guy.
Of course.
But he would like facepalm them all. He would. I never saw Rudy with. And that's why I never saw him with a girl, right? But he has a kid, but whatever, doesn't mean shit, right?
Yeah. A lot of gay guys do.
Yeah, exactly. So and then he was like an underwear model. He was doing all this shit. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Calvin Klein.
I'm just going to become a stepmom to somebody.
Yeah. But it was but yeah, so now I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad.
100% lit up like a fucking Christmas
tree.
Him,
I was like,
and I only saw like a 5-minute clip of him, and it was so funny because I'm telling her, I'm like, give me 10 minutes with him and I'll find out. No, I have 5 minutes. I need 90 seconds. Yeah,
he's currently on. I think it's over now, but like Special Forces. It's a TV show, right?
Yeah,
series. We have like movie stars do the Special Forces stuff. So I started watching him again. This is the sad, depressing part. He's older than me.
He is?
He's 51 or 52 years old. And the fucking guy looks like he's 30. I'm like, what the? And like still jacked and still. I'm like, how? Like Rudy, what the fuck are you doing? What are you like? Is this some kind of blood infusion?
Dude.
He's older than me because I remember that was a big thing, and I was in the Marine Corps. I was a higher rank because he came in later than I did.
Yeah.
But he was, and he only did like 4 years, maybe he did 8 years. I don't know, whatever he did. But it was like holy shit. He was always about a year or two older than me. But I'm like, I hate him because he looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, he so like I sent you that clip, and then there's the one line that he says, and it's funny because I was watching it, and I talked out loud to myself, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send Melda this fucking like montage clip of Fruity Rudy, and then it was like him going like, it's like the line where he goes, I want to move to San Francisco, and he goes, because I want to be around people. There's no fat people there, and I'm like, well, that's kind of problematic. And he goes, because I want to be around people that care about their bodies or whatever, and I'm like, I mean, I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, that's kind of problematic.
Yeah, no, that's
And I
really
don't
funny.
use that word very often,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
I know.
But I thought that's what I said out loud. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's fucking Rudy, man.
But
Wow.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, Google him, guys. Got there. You listen to this. Google,
Please
Google
Rudy,
him.
Rudy Reyes,
You would-
USMC.
Yes,
And
you
then-
would
fuck.
not be
Generation Kill.
Or Generation Kill.
Yeah, you
You're-
will not be.
Generation Kill,
disappointed.
solid, dude.
It's a good movie. It's a
That's
good
fucking
series.
good.
In fact, the first time you see Rudy, he's butt naked.
He is.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
he is.
you know. So that was, and
That was an eyeful that
I went to
was not
Hot
disappointed
tea,
in.
literally.
we literally went to the premiere up in LA for it, and that was we saw the first episode, right?
Yeah.
And that's the first thing. We're all just sitting there, but no one was shocked. We're like,
Yeah.
Anyway, you know,
You're like, yeah,
and
that's about right.
Producers are like, oh, we thought we'd get more response. We're
They're like, no,
dude,
it felt like we're just back at home.
I've seen his ass over 1,000 times, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen more than that, by the way. So I go,
We lived it.
yeah, I go. So no, it doesn't surprise me. In fact, if he wasn't naked in this show, I
That
mean,
would have been a dishonor.
I'm like, yeah. So yeah, that's old Fruity Rudy.
that's
Great guy,
great.
good
That
guy,
is-
man.
That is.
So,
Oh, man.
I mean, I was going to say something else that, like, oh, go ahead. You were going to say something about,
No.
we were going to talk, what were we going to say?
Oh,
I don't even know. We were going to say some shit about, like, horror movies. What were we going to say?
Oh no! I was about to say that because
we got way off that.
Well, yeah, I was like, well, also something that you recommended me over the weekend was to listen to Dead Man's Bones.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's remember that record I had here? That
It-
one that was Ryan Gosling and Zach
Oh,
Sheen?
yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling
His
made
obscure horror
a
record.
obscured horror record. I listened to it, and this will kind of segue into what we're gonna do, like a mini
Yeah.
topics on. Pretty good. I
Yeah.
liked it. It took a bunch of horror movies and remade them into like songs.
Yeah,
and
each one
stuff.
of them's like a story.
A story, yeah, it was very cool, very catchy music.
Yeah.
I referenced to Franco that it reminded me very much of like Tom York,
Yeah.
when he did the Suspiria remake,
Right.
soundtrack, which I was like, this is really cool, and I've never expected like something from like Ryan Gosling. He's like
Yeah.
the golden boy of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right.
He's never put his feet into horror, right?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
has
so he is. I don't know if this is still going to happen, but he got. So remember they did that Universal. They were redoing the
Universal
Universals.
Monsters,
Well,
right?
they were
Yeah.
going to do. I don't know if they're still going to do it, but they were. He was cast and he was producing. I think the new Wolfman.
Okay.
Oh well.
And he was going to be the Wolfman.
Oh, cool.
And then what was the thing finally was that record came out in 2010, and they were going to get back together and do
To
like
do the
7 songs, new
Cool.
songs.
Yeah.
For the movie, but then that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
I think The Mummy killed them.
yeah, the Mummy,
Mummy
kind of
really did kill him with
that
Brad
Tom,
Pitt.
or Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Not
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. I always get those two mixed up.
They're the same person.
They are the same person.
But so like Mike Doherty
yes.
is
Trick or treat.
Yeah, so Mike Doherty's a friend of mine, and he actually is friends with Zach, the other guy,
The other guy in the band, yeah.
Dead Man's Bones.
Yes.
Right.
Because Zach wrote several movies that Mike produced, and they also worked together, like with fucking Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, if anybody can make that reunion happen, it would be you.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
And then he's told me, he's like, dude, if it was only that easy. So I don't know if there's like friction there between the two of them or what, but I'm like, I would, if I had that kind of money, I would be like, here's the
Doing
deal.
it?
I'll give
Yeah.
you guys $1 million to just get together,
Yeah.
get a kids choir and play my Halloween party.
That'd be fucking
Oh
rad.
my god, that would be so
Dude.
cool.
But it's a really good record.
A Universal. Sorry, this is.
Oh, no.
Remember, I'm old.
Go for it.
If I don't say something, I'll forget it. Right. So, guess what I'm reading right now?
You're reading?
I know that's a shocker, right? I'm reading a script, and it's fucking John Carpenter's Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Ooh.
I heard about
I've only heard
that.
about this. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about
I had
it.
no fucking clue, but we have a customer here that came down. He was in Burbank, and he went to a shop, and it had and these. Obviously, this is a reproduction, right?
Yeah.
It's not the original,
Right.
And for $20, he bought this thing, and he brought it to me, and he's already read it, and I'm like. I go, holy shit! I didn't know. He goes, yeah, it just never even got greenlit, nothing, right? And I'm like, well, how is it? And he goes, bro, it's fucking good. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to read it now. It's good.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see this, man. You know, I don't know if they would fuck it up, but it's like from 1992. It's
I
like,
think he talked about that on like what did he do that so I saw him briefly mention it.
Yeah.
And I think that like it didn't get the go ahead because of something else he was tied to. Was it like Ghosts of Mars or some shit?
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then
that
they were
piece of
like
shit?
and then they were like, yeah, we're gonna, you know.
Right.
Yikes.
Because he's like either like way up here or way down here. And
Yeah.
his movies are never in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No.
No, you're
So like
absolutely
it was
right.
like that kind of vibe. I think that
Yeah.
that kind of derailed.
This is cool. Like the creature, like and I won't run it if you ever want to read it, but it's like, I mean, now like he oozes, like he comes out of the water and stuff, like he'll ooze, all his gills is black, like it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's just stuff, and the
so
creature's really
cool.
enhanced, right?
Yeah.
And it's scary enhanced, so it's like it's pretty cool. So
Rob Zombie will get a hold of it.
yeah,
and
then
do
fuck it
something
up.
to
Yeah.
All the Melda things.
The slander
likes-
right now. The
like-
slander. I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he'll just be like,
Share
yeah.
Room Zombie, another role for her.
man.
Fucking-
Yeah, she'll. Oh God, she'll be the ingenue. She's like 54,
Right.
You know what I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's shit.
Y'all hate her.
I do. I'll be the first to admit it. She drives
She's
me
just she's a handful on set. I've heard a lot. I know a lot of
Really?
people that have been on set and worked with her, and
nuts. Oh, I
she's,
bet.
she's
dude.
like the golden girl.
she
Like,
just
of
gets to
course
treat
she
people
is.
like shit, though. That's
Well,
what's
of course.
good.
It's the only movie
Of
she's
course.
in is
It's Rob Zombie, so,
Daddy's
like-
running them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I would be too.
Who's
I'd
going
be
to talk
a-
shit, right?
Yeah, I'd be a
Yeah.
little diva too if I could.
Throwing coffee in her face, probably. Like, oh, sorry. All right.
Yeah.
So-
If I knew I was going home the first day of Dragula, I would have been a little diva too to
Yeah,
all the
right.
crew, right?
Going home first though was
I
pretty
couldn't-
iconic.
It is pretty iconic.
That is true.
But like, I couldn't even get a fucking straw for like my water most of the time. So it's like, come on now,
Right?
I
Yeah.
should have been more of a diva if I
If
knew I
you,
was going home.
but like at the same time, like if you were like, I need a straw, I'd be like, okay, this one is being, it's she's being a little extra.
But can we just like take a minute? We're fucking drag queens. You should have straws.
Oh, that's right.
on
You're
hand.
in your. Yeah, that's right.
And I'm wearing a
Or
mask.
give me an IV.
Or that. Well, no, just give me a straw. That's all I'm asking is a straw. Like, come on now.
I don't
Like,
think
was
we're
it
not-
that hard?
You're drinking alcohol, too. I don't think you want to
that's
IV
right.
that.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe you do. That's a good
Well,
television.
because like the whole reunion, I'm like, for most of the reunion, I'm like, I have a cup in my hand, but I'm
Yeah.
not drinking out of it because I didn't have a straw. And halfway through, they're like, "Oh shit, we're sorry, we couldn't find a straw. Here you go."
damn right
And
you're
it was like
sorry.
a bright green one, so like they must have just grabbed it off of like someone's Starbucks drink,
Oh.
probably. But I'm just like,
They found it in a cup at the
Wiped
bus
it
stop.
off. And
yeah, they're like, "Oh, this is good." But I was like, "Come on, we're drag queens." I mean,
Yeah.
half of us are wearing like full faces
Sure.
of makeup. But then I had like, because this was a time before I was only doing the half mask, so I couldn't drink out of a fucking cup. I had to drink
Yeah.
out of a straw, or I'd ruin my whole like fucking face. But anyways,
So, like, I guess on that note, we'll just talk really briefly about the Boulets.
Oh.
got it. The Boulet brothers have a new thing coming out.
Oh, what do they got?
yes, they just announced that they
On
are
Shudder.
doing on Shudder a halfway to Halloween.
Oh, okay. That's what I saw that.
yeah.
What is that?
It's gonna be like a bunch of like mini stories kind
Oh,
of.
okay.
They already like know like they have Felissa Rose, they have Matthew
Fuck,
Lillard.
Everybody's got Felissa Rose, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, always. But they got Matthew Lillard, which I was like, I'm kind of shocked at that one for
Yeah,
sure.
that's-
Because I was like,
yeah.
damn, that's some big,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
some big credit right there.
Sure.
A whole bunch of like the cast is loaded. They got Barbara
Really?
Crampton
Nice.
in it and stuff,
Yeah.
which she's always doing amazing stuff with the horror community.
For
So I'm not
sure.
surprised. I bet they'll probably get Elvira to do something because they just got her on the recent season and stuff. The only thing that like I'm like a little bitter about is that
do tell.
they're only using 3 of the like monsters.
Yeah.
Which I was talking to Franco, like there's about 30 of us now.
Right.
And I'm just shocked that like they're not using us more to our potential. Because like this is me just saying because like I was out first.
Right.
Nobody got to see half the shit I can do.
Correct.
They didn't get to see my acting skills. They didn't get to see really like anything I could do. And so it just makes me a little upset
Yeah.
that they're not including more of us monsters. I'm just gonna
All you
say
were
it.
was a pretty face.
I guess that's all I was. I
On
guess
that
so.
episode?
Yeah, I guess so.
Who are they grabbing? Do you know?
They got Coco Kane. They got Melissa B. Fierce, and then Kendra Onyx, which I love all 3 of those
Right.
people. Don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes I'm like, all 3 of those just came off of Titans, and I
Sure.
understand that Titans is like a big deal right now. It's
Yeah.
one of the biggest hits on Shudder and stuff. So was our season 2.
Yeah.
Season 4 was too. I just wish that we would get used a little bit
Sure.
more because I am just here sitting.
Yeah.
And I've been a little like poster boy for Dragula. And
Right.
it's like I'm a little defeated at this point. Like what else I can do?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I will say the reason why like I was mentioning that I took a break from drag was because I felt like I molded myself into what I wanted them to see.
Right.
Because I got a lot of critiques about like, oh, your stuff isn't really drag enough, or
Yeah.
is it drag or is it cosplay kind of thing. And so I dragged
Ooh.
it up.
Yeah.
I literally changed my whole fucking face and everything, and it seemed like I didn't really get the like affirming of like what I needed.
The affirmation.
Yeah, affirmation. I felt like I changed so fucking much since my season that I was like, I've been working like extra because it's like the person who goes home first everybody remembers you, yet they don't know anything about you,
right?
Because you only had an episode. So I've been like working like 100 times harder than it seems to like kind of like amp up what everybody missed. And I'm just like, come on, dude, this would have been perfect. Like a short form stories that you could add me to anything.
All of them. Yeah.
Just even like a cameo scene.
For sure.
Yeah.
And are they doing like a season or is this just one?
It's just an episode. Like just an episode. It kind of gives me like Creep Show. Like it's going to be a bunch of mini stories.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So actually, I had wondered this before. I remember when they had announced that they were casting for Dracula, and I had told you, I'm like, oh, you need to get your shit together. Had you already done it and just not told me?
Oh yeah,
because I was like, you need to get your shit together.
Wait, so
audition.
you guys knew each other before that?
Oh yeah,
way before, because I've known Franco since I was like 14. I mean, I don't know how much he knew of me, but like I've been following him since I was like 14.
That's right.
My old social media.
Yeah. So
14-year-olds not appropriate.
14. I know. I don't know why I was following.
It wasn't really appropriate.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I sprinkled some art in between the.
It was the art.
Underwear pics.
I loved the art.
I was that person, Jason.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Not judging.
But I did. And the funny thing was,
because I was like, you need to, and you had already done it.
Yes, and it was funny because other Dracula girls were like, you need to do this. You need to do this. I didn't.
I'm thinking about it.
I didn't tell anybody. I was like, no, it's not my thing. Yeah. I had already had like my full like lookbook and everything done at that point. But
I always wondered if you had already done it.
Yeah, I had everything like because at that point I think when you had text me and talk to me, I think we were already very close to like me leaving. So I had already had pretty much everything set. Yeah.
Nice.
So, that's just me a little bitter right now.
Well, if any of the producers or anyone's like listening to this,
come on,
it's true though. Like,
please,
you have like a whole.
There's 30 of you guys.
Yeah,
right? There's 30. So let's just use it. I mean, maybe. So this is just a one-off show, like a halfway Halloween.
Yeah,
maybe this will get picked up.
Something that they've always like wanted to do, and it's just something that Shudder came to them. They were talking about on the podcast, and it was just like they wanted to show more of their scripted stuff that isn't like reality TV show. They're very great writers. I mean, Drac, which is one of the Boulets, like used to draw for comics, used to do stuff for comics. Was an interview like he was. I think they were like one of the last people to interview Vampira before the passing and stuff. So like they have a lot of like good stuff under their belts and stuff that make them very appropriate people to do this. It also gives me something like Elvira would do like with Shudder and stuff. So it's like they're it's very cool. It's just I wish they'd use this more.
All right, we just gotta make our own.
Fuck it. Well, one thing, I mean, I know we talk a lot of shit about the Blade Brothers, but I will say respect where respect is due. When it comes to like them being like off doing other things, they're excellent producers.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas like RuPaul, when RuPaul does other things, they always get like canceled because they're always like stupid.
Yeah.
So like the thing with the Boulets is they are the money makers for Shudder. You know.
Yeah.
And the thing is I don't even want money coming out of this. Like I just love doing what I do. I just want an appearance. I will fly all the way to LA on my own pocket just to put like myself there because I just want to show people that like how much I love this.
Well, that, and then you probably feel like you need another shot as well, right?
100%.
Like you like you said, you didn't even see a fraction of what I can do.
Yeah. Well, because even like when Titans was being rumored, I started getting my shit ready.
Sure.
Because I was almost certain that they were going to ask me. When they didn't, I was like, I can't be mad because it's only been a few months technically when the rumors started coming out that I had just gotten home. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not entirely mad because who knows if I would have actually been up to par yet. But now where I'm at, I'm like, I need to prove myself. I need to show that I can actually do this. I have a smart head for reality TV. I mean, we saw like just a little snippet about like how I think in my head even when it's just trivia.
Sure.
And it's like it put me on like a big scale like Dracula, and I think I could go pretty far just playing it safe and stuff.
I agree.
But I was like, that's just me ranting right now because I'm like, I just felt so defeated in that moment.
Look, it's warranted, man. I think so too. So
it's a learning. It's all about learning.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So did you have something to say right now?
What?
You're gonna say something right now?
No.
So like this has nothing to do with anything like that at all. And it's just I have to say it before I forget.
Okay.
So I have a gripe about basically this basically men ain't shit. That's what I wanted to start with. Ooh. So one thing that I've and it's about infidelity.
Okay.
It has to be.
Okay.
So one thing I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but like I think there's an uptick in a lot of cheating going on.
Oh.
This is out of left field.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been seeing like a whole bunch of street underwear Do you know what street underwear are?
No.
It's when you're just randomly walking down the street. Maybe it's because I walk my dog.
Yeah.
Or
And like someone showing their underwear?
no, you see
Tossed in the fucking road.
briefs, like dudes throwing their underwear out the window.
I couldn't
Because
do
see,
that
like,
I'm
a
on a
wom-
fucking budget and I need every piece
Well,
of
the thing
clothing I
is-
can get.
So like,
Well, you can't go home with
Like-
the underwear. Yeah.
So
no.
like the thing is, I'm seeing all these fucking underwear all over the city, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But women would never. Men, we're stupid.
Yeah.
Because we're dumb enough to do that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
a woman's like, I'm not getting caught that way.
Yeah.
But like we're, once we,
Right.
then we're like, I gotta get rid of these. You
Throw
know?
out the window.
Throw them out the window, dude. I've seen like at least 7 pairs of underwear just
Franco-
randomly in the
Franco
streets.
He lives in the weirdest place. First, you got
Really? I know. I was like, this is
gypsies
so
that
left.
steal your dog's colors
yeah,
and
Yeah.
street underwear. Wow.
Like, I was literally like, well, these
I
are
love
clearly
it.
like dudes that are like fucking around.
yeah.
yeah. Where else would you throw your underwear out?
Yeah, there would be no reason
There's
to
no
do that, dude.
Yeah.
Although a friend of mine is, I think I might have mentioned this story before, but like this is how he caught. I mean, well, first off, he believed him, which I was like, that's stupid.
Right.
But his partner, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go get his car washed as like to be nice. So he was like, oh, I was getting his car washed, and then he's like, I found his underwear all crusty
Oh.
in the fucking trunk, and then he confronted him. He goes, what's this about? He goes, oh, I went swimming. I'm like, oh, word, you believe that?
Glue? What you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
and I dropped it. I'm like, okay, well, you believe that? Like, you went swimming. You went swimming in
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for reals.
Yeah,
there's
at
swimmers
Flex or whatever. Like,
At Flex, yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny that you guys mentioned Flex because I actually recently just got invited to there and I'm real fucking.
What is
Don't go.
What is Flex?
Flex is a bathhouse.
Oh,
they still have those.
They
yeah.
still do, which surprised me because I was like, I didn't know these things still existed.
Well, as like
That's I need a horror movie that's in a gay bathhouse.
a bathhouse.
Yeah.
pretty much. If you ever watched Death Spa, it's like
I
that.
have, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding. That movie, I just watched it the other day. What a fucking horrible movie.
Yeah, it really is. But I need like a good gay horror movie in a bathhouse. Like an 80s themed bathhouse. I mean, I guess kind of American Horror Story New York just recently did that. I
Did
guess.
they?
Yeah, there was some bathhouse scenes. Or like there was like the leather alley. Do you know like about this?
I do, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I saw one scene and I was like, I'm over this really. But I was like, I would love if they did like an 80s style horror movie like that. I think that'd be so fun.
That'd be cool.
I would love that. For us gays, we need it.
The gays.
For the gays, yeah. Put me in charge of it.
What were you talking about? You want to talk about remakes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Like we're an hour in.
Let's
yeah.
briefly
Yeah.
jump into it because
Yeah.
we're running out of time.
Yeah, so I this is just something
not taking off the bathhouse talk.
No,
but
no.
You said 80s, and that's like
80s,
I was thinking,
right,
but
yeah.
You talk about remakes. You want to talk about today?
I want to talk about some remakes because I recently just a few days ago watched the remake of Friday the 13th.
Oh, 2009.
And I cannot
Yeah.
believe how good. I remember watching this.
Oh, God.
When it came out.
I'm so glad you said good. All right, because I fucking I fly this flag.
Cannot
Yeah, no, it's solid.
believe
Yeah.
how good that fucking movie is.
It's solid.
I love how they completely eliminated the supernatural Jason.
Yep.
I love that he is just this hunter who has a survivalist who was left behind when his mother was killed, made all these tunnels so that you completely avoid the like teleportation of Jason and stuff. He's running like a motherfucker in that movie, fast. He is brutal. Kills are amazing.
It is an insane, great movie.
It is so good.
I used to
The
get
most
shit
scary.
about it. Yeah, it's funny because people give me shit about you like that one. I'm like, why? How you not
How
like
do
it?
you not?
This is literally
The scariest Jason has ever been.
and they took
The first 4 movies.
yeah.
Made him amazing.
But they took what makes slashers great, right?
Amazing.
You want sex, got it.
You want sex,
dumb
boobs,
kids,
blood.
you got tons of boobs, you got blood, you got everything, right?
Yeah.
And you just got your typical awesome slasher. That,
Yes.
But you're right. He eliminates some of the bullshit like the teleporting or walking all the time, and this guy's moving.
Yeah.
He's fucking scary, right?
He is scary in that fucking movie.
What a great movie.
I loved it. It was so good. And so then it got me thinking about other remakes that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
So then like I went and watched the House of Wax.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is such a good bad movie.
Yeah, okay,
It is,
good
it is
bad
so
movie. Yeah.
good.
yeah, we
it is
talked
so bad
I
that
don't
it's
like
good.
it.
Yeah, no, it's so bad that it's good because it takes all the elements of a horrible storyline.
Sure.
which 80 movies like had horrible storylines. They made this super stupid but it was easy to understand.
Yeah.
The kills, amazing. I love the kills in House of a Thousand. Oh shit, no, House of Wax.
Yes,
very fun. I love the scary Ozzy Osbourne motherfucker in it.
Right.
Very scary. Goes back to like The Mask.
Yep.
Like I love it.
Yeah.
Everything's made out of wax. I love it.
I might have to go revisit that one more time.
It's good.
It's been a while.
Kills are amazing.
What did you say? It's like basically tourist trap mixed with aspects of House of Wax.
Yeah, because I think it's not even based off of the original House of Wax. I guess it's based off of
it's more tourist trappy.
Yeah,
but without the telekinesis or whatever he had.
But
He's like controlling things.
I forget what it is. I think it's like there's like this weird like 60s House of Wax, but I think it's like museum of wax or something. I forget what it's called. That it was a remake of.
I had to look it up.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know most people think it's just House of Wax, like that's the remake, but it's not. It's like a far further movie.
Is that your favorite? Like, what's your favorite of those like
so
weird remakes?
My favorite is 13 Ghost.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Fucking love
it. Was 1953. It was House of Wax.
Yeah. Was it? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Vincent Price was in it.
Vincent Price. Yes, Vincent Price. Yeah. I love that movie. That is such a fun. I love Paris Hilton. I loved her death scene in that. It's so good.
That was kind of why I was watching it. Because was that around the sex tape time? It was 2005.
I think it was after the sex tape.
It was after the sex tape. Yeah, it was. So
that makes sense why I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
remember that was a thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love
it.
I
mean, I know I catch a sex tape mention here and there, but does anybody give a fuck anymore if you
no.
pop a
Oh no,
well, like not in our world.
Not in our but
dude,
like now with OnlyFans and stuff like that, everybody's releasing their sex tape.
Yeah, and also
Tyga's going off on the OnlyFans.
Dude, yeah. Well, like I don't know if I think I told you this about, but like Randy Couture.
Sure.
Remember his tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what he was doing. But that was not made for women.
Really?
That video.
Really?
Oh, you haven't seen that video?
I
Dude,
saw it.
Don't watch it.
Don't worry.
It's definitely geared. I don't care what he says. It's definitely geared toward our community.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be like, it was like
almost taboo.
Almost every month, so you know, Tommy Lee and whatever her name is, right?
And
Pam.
And Pam,
like, and then well, it made a lot of people rich, but then it feel like it's like that was your thing, that was your move, right?
Yeah.
When at one point in your career, you're like,
when you're ending, you release a sex tape.
You drop a sex tape.
When they did, on their video, I remember like I just was watching, talking shit about them, and I'm like, at what point do you think they contracted Hep C?
Oh my god!
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that tape should have been called like Hep Lost at Sea or something. You know what I mean?
Although that was the one where I said I immediately first thing I said was a gay thing. I was like, God, Tommy Lee's dick's huge.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
wow.
mean, but I mean, okay, so that's like not in our world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute.
He's like. Dude,
okay, all right. Well, I mean,
just gay people are out of control.
Okay,
we're just,
we really
yeah,
we really are.
I don't even understand why that.
It looked big on that point of view. I saw. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I know. Don't get me wrong. It's impressive, but it's kind of like we've seen some crazy.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but
I think Pam. I'd probably be the last person on earth I'd have sex with. I don't. I know. Yeah, just because I don't.
Yeah,
man, that's
well, she married the guy that did the tape with Paris Hilton.
Oh, shut up.
She sure as fuck did. Yeah,
wild.
she ended up marrying that asshole, and then she divorced him.
Little fun fact: do you guys know like the Kardashian
sex tape?
Or no, was it Paris? I can't remember.
She did it with Ray J.
No. Yeah, but no. There's no. I think in the Paris Hilton sex tape at the very beginning there is.
Oh, you told us about this.
There's a 9/11 memorial like clip that goes in like in memory of
never
9/11.
forget.
It was it's like you'll never forget like this fucking video. It's really funny.
That's hilarious.
But so I was watching House of Wax, and I love Paris Hilton. I love her death scene in it. Then it got me was like thinking about all the remakes, and especially the 2000 remakes, because this is what I grew up on. I grew up in the 2000s, so I was like everything I saw, every new horror movie was a remake of something.
What's the timeline to do a remake? Is it 10 years? Is it a decade? You feel like okay, now you can do a remake?
Well,
I think a decade.
Yeah,
I do.
Would say.
One that I mean,
but now everybody's doing remakes of everything.
Sure.
Like it's just a few years and you're already getting a remake.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah,
I feel like it needs to be a decade. Let that thing run its course.
Like what was it? Cabin Fever?
Yeah.
Eli Roth did
Right.
a remake of his own movie within.
Probably because it sucked. So
Yeah.
You guys didn't like?
I didn't like it.
I didn't
Really?
like Cabin Fever.
T. I like Cabin Fever.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the second one better though, because
I'm not-
that second one is them.
Right.
It's a high school and it's a high school prom.
Right.
That shit is
Yeah.
fucking gory. It is nasty. There is like pus everywhere.
I think Gage did the makeup on that one.
Oh, probably.
Or either that one or the third one.
Probably, yeah.
But, yeah, he
all I
did
know is I
that.
fucking love those movies. Not for again when
Yeah.
I talk about like the remakes and anything from the 2000s, it's never for the storyline.
Yeah.
It's just for, like for
Sure.
the pure like the sex, the gore,
Yeah.
and the drama of it
Yeah.
all. Like that's what I love.
What's your favorite, Jason? Like your
Man,
favorite of those remakes?
So
of remakes.
I'm flying the Friday 13th flag for sure. I really
Yeah.
like that. But I like the Evil Dead
Yeah,
remake.
that's my
Evil
favorite.
Dead.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
just about to say Evil Dead.
That
remake.
was, I mean, and I went into
Amazing.
it. I went into it 2 middle fingers, going "fuck, you
Yeah.
can't do this," and I left going, "Wow, that was
I
that was pretty
yeah.
rad."
Yeah,
dude.
I remember watching that with my mom and my brother.
Yeah.
at our house. Because at the time I was just a kid, so we waited until it went to Redbox.
Sure.
And my mom ran it, and it was just me, my brother, and her in the middle of the day. We closed all the curtains. We watched it. I remember we undid all the curtains. We were just looking at each other like
Yeah.
wide-eyed, like what the fuck
was-
did we just watch?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
my
it
mom
felt
was like,
revved up.
yeah, my mom was like,
super red. I was like,
holy
I
fuck.
think 13. I think it was
2013.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I was 13 years
That's
old.
10
yeah.
years ago already.
And now we have the next
Yep.
one.
And we got
And the
another one
next
coming
one.
out like in
Yep.
a week or two. Yeah.
Every 10 years.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like it is, right? I mean, unless you're like, see, I think like Candyman, and this is my personal opinion, I thought the remake sucked.
I
ass.
hated.
Yeah.
Candyman is one of my like go-to films. I love them. It's definitely in my top
Yeah.
5.
Oh yeah, the original's
I
fucking rad.
Hated
Yeah.
that new one.
I liked
so much.
So I the new one, the thing that I did like was the design of Sherman, the new Candyman.
the new
after
Candyman.
when he becomes Candyman.
Sure.
Like how he's like smiling and he's all
Yes.
beaten.
Yeah.
I
And-
like-
and
I
I like
like-
that design.
I do too.
But I rewatched it I think like a couple weeks ago and I'm like
It was too psychological, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Because like the original was psychological,
Sure,
like
sure.
it's very. But this one was like knocking you over the fucking head, being like, "It's all in his head. It's all in his head."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need that because like, even with
Yeah.
the original Candyman, there was still the supernatural aspect. To
Absolutely.
it. And this one is going into being like, oh, there's different Candymans for everybody, and it's like I like that.
Right.
but then
Why
they should
didn't
have
go
had
with
Helen
it?
because she
So
became
they-
they should have had Helen.
That was my biggest gripe with it was
Right.
like they need to get a Helen because Helen became a fucking Candyman
Yeah.
and she was like the new. I fucking hate. I was like, we don't.
Virginia
need,
Madsen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, we
She
don't.
looks great
She
still.
looks amazing still. But I was like, I would have loved to see that. I like the boy being like the original.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it. I hated everything. I hated the artsy aspect of it.
I think I was too hyped up. I think you know, and you know, you go to a movie like, oh, this is gonna be great because me too. I think it was like '92 was the original, right?
Yes.
I think whatever early '90s, but I fucking love that as well. Great story, everything. And I'm a guy that doesn't like messages and stories, but Candyman had a great message. You know what I'm saying?
Great message.
And
yeah.
so I was like, I'm like, no problem. I don't care. You're gonna throw another message in this, but it was just not. I just left there like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever, man.
I hated.
I thought, and I think I'm not the only one because it didn't do well. You know, how about this though? Because I'm looking over at Tip. But what about Chucky?
me
Or
and
Child's Play,
Me
excuse
and
me.
Franco were
The
just
show?
talking about this.
Or the-
I
No,
actually-
the movie.
It was
I didn't.
the
yeah.
Child's Play with the Buddy doll and
Mark, the AI one.
Mark
Or-
Hamilton. Mark Hamilton.
Yes.
he was the voice of it.
Yeah. What was he? A Jedi, right?
Mark Hamill?
Yes.
Mark Hamill. That was
Mark
it.
Hamill. Yeah. Sorry.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Did you see it?
I did.
Okay.
I like Aubrey Plaza, but I don't like. I didn't like that movie. I thought the design was really.
Design,
It seemed,
that was my problem. How there were some cool kills, like the lawnmower scene.
The lawnmower was
rad,
great, yeah.
and all that stuff. But
Kills are easy.
But that's
in
easy.
remakes.
Yeah, and that's something that you can't judge a movie by its kills, especially
Yeah.
remakes.
Yeah.
But the way Chucky looked was just
It was the design
It's
of it
hard
was
to look at.
god awful, and then
Right.
him being technology, hated it. I hated him being like this
AI
like
or whatever.
AI fucking
Right.
bullshit. Like I thought Megan did that well. Like if they would have done something
Yeah.
like that with the Child's Play, I would have loved
Yeah.
it because I loved Megan.
Sure.
and I thought, but I fucking hated
Yeah.
that remake
Yeah.
so much.
Did you watch that like new issued footage of Megan? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's good.
Is it good?
It's good. It's
Okay.
real. It's real gory. Like the stuff they did just like the elevator scene and stuff, real gory. It's amazing. It's like I think it's like 30 more minutes of film.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, I loved it.
Really cool. Yeah, I hadn't seen it either yet, so jump on that. Yeah, there's like I said, there's mostly hits. I would say on some of these remakes. Believe it or not,
I would say early 2000 remakes hit. Really good. Like I love them. They still kind of stand. Like another one of my favorite, which like a lot of people I know hate, was The Fog. I really like the Fog remake.
Did you? A lot of people hate that one.
Yeah. Again, not for the storyline. I love the character design, like the ghost. I know, like in the original, they're very creepy, but like for this all being like CGI, it was pretty good, creepy CGI.
Right.
I really enjoyed that movie. I like the tone of that movie too. It was very like dark, like a dark gothic. I like it. I was always really afraid of like the sound effects in that movie. It's like breathing.
Yeah.
When the fog comes, fucking creeped me out. I hated it.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
And we asked this. I think we did this on a YouTube show. Justin and I did, but it's a great question, and you can ask this question to any audience, and this is why I love it.
Yeah.
All right, two-part question. All right, and then we'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
What is one movie that never had a remake or I'm sorry, a sequel that you think needed a sequel?
Never had a sequel. But
and then what is one movie, what franchise that should never have been a franchise? Should have been a standalone.
Oh, fuck. I can give you that one right now.
Yeah.
I think Texas Chainsaw should have never had a
Bite your tongue.
franchise.
How dare thee?
Franchise.
Show's over. Bye.
I love the second one, but that has the most inconsistent fucking movies ever.
Well, okay, wait.
But I will give the remakes were really good.
I mean, the remake's great. That was a 2003, so we
really
still
good.
considered
2003 and 2007.
Is that Jessica Biel?
Yes,
Yeah.
Jessica Biel.
I fucking
and
love that. Lee Ermey's in it.
Yes.
You know, he as the sheriff or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Man, I've never thought you'd say that.
Yeah. I don't like if they were all separate. I got it because I really like the second one a lot. But like everything after that is like horseshit.
They have some bad ones, but
Really bad.
So
really bad ones.
So does every franchise.
Yeah, I will
Scream
agree.
3, throw it out there. So,
Yeah, that's
all
a
right.
pretty bad one.
I was. I said when cause I've answered this before, but I always change my answer. But I still stick with Saw. I love the first one, but after that, I could.
You know what?
12, right?
As
Yeah.
much as
pretty
I
much.
love that franchise,
Yeah.
I will actually reverse my answer and I will say Saw.
Oh yeah,
I give it to you because they're all the same movie.
you're right.
With different characters.
Correct, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you could have said the same thing for Hostel too. I mean, Hostel was
Hostile. God.
that. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of that one anyway, but
hate those
but then they
movies.
kept going and going and fight. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, who gives a shit, right? What
But
about you, Frank?
but
What
that
you
was
got?
like the
Fuck,
perfect.
you're really putting me. Okay,
Yeah.
I tried to buy you time. And let me,
my brain
Franco
is
was just-
frozen. So like
He just stood there.
something that shouldn't be a series.
that's a franchise that should have just been a standalone.
Fuck. I know I'm gonna get shit for this from people I know, but like Poltergeist.
I'll give it a.
Oh no, I agree with that.
No, I
because
agree with that.
I agree with
too.
that 100%.
the
I
only
didn't
reason-
like 2 or 3.
Yeah, because like, well, the
I
thing
did like the remake. That's another remake. I went to shit. That was bad.
You
Yes.
like that one?
No,
No,
it was
I
bad.
hate it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say. I was like, you like that one? I was like, because I fucking hated that.
So in part 2, the thing is, H.R. Giger did the designs
Right.
of that monster, which I did dig.
Yeah.
And I did like
Is it Geiger or Giger?
it's
Geiger.
Geiger. I said Giger.
I don't know. I don't know if that was like a Gucci way to say it.
But so I did like that.
Right.
But and I did like the him like got his in his like what's Julian Beck or whatever, like
Right.
he knew he was dying. He
Yeah.
kicked ass in that role.
Totally kicked
But
ass, yeah.
I just the first movie is
When they were starting going on the weird fucking, when they went to like the res or whatever, right? And then they're on this big cliffs. I'm just like, what the fuck's going? Like, I feel like they got lost in that movie, right?
They really did.
Yeah.
They really
You
did.
had me with the old man when he was creepy as shit and he's
Yeah.
singing. I was like, okay, now we're in there.
God is in his holy
Yeah.
temple. Yeah.
But
But
then-
still, I wish it would have just been one movie.
You could have stopped at the 80s version, and I think it was 82 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and said, "Fucking done, man." I
Yeah.
mean, that was amazing.
I'll give another one that I think should not, and only because I just looked across the room and I see an Annabelle doll. I'm gonna say Annabelle.
What? I
'Cause
love
I-
them all, man.
really? You
oh
do?
God!
You mean just Annabelle 1 and that's it?
Yeah, not saying that they're bad movies. I just didn't think
Fucking
the backstory.
Me and
was,
Melda are arm
I
wrestling.
know. We're like,
This is
I know.
crazy. He
We're
said
gonna-
Texas Chainsaw, and my second favorite is Annabelle.
Oh my god, really?
I love the Annabelle series. I love them all, man. They're just,
I love him too, just because I had like, but
She doesn't
in my-
do anything. That's the thing.
Yeah,
People,
exactly.
And that's what people's bitch is like. It just doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? She'll be like Annabelle comes home. A few times she starts moving eventually,
Yeah.
but like the first one, people are like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" But I just think it's so creepy, man.
No, they're 100% creepy. I just don't think there was a special factor that went into the sequels
Right.
that the first one has.
Okay.
Like in my opinion, I think they would have done like it would have just done really well if they just went with the first one, and we would have never known
Yeah.
anything about Annabelle after
Well-
that, because that's what goes to like the mystique of it.
Yeah.
So, I think I talked to you about this, but Gage did work on.
Yes, I
the
do know that.
one,
I do know that.
The one when it's set. Is it like the
It's
one when it's set in
Come
the
Home.
60s?
Come
or
Home.
whatever the one is.
Yeah, Annabelle comes home.
Annabelle comes home.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But so from what I understand and what he told me, like they initially.
Or no, was
really-
that creation?
No, I don't. I think Creation came
Annabelle.
after, right?
Fuck, I can't remember.
Whatever one
Yeah.
it is, when like it's basically the lady's pregnant.
Yeah. Oh,
that one.
Okay. Yeah. That was
So
Come
they,
Home.
the way that they were formatting that movie was very Rosemary's Baby,
Right.
And then what happened was they screened it and they were like, it needs to have more supernatural. Like we need a visible
Really?
antagonist. And so then they went back and they did that demon. They cut that footage and they were like, we had a fucking.
that's
that
the
wasn't
first-
in the original.
So that's the first one.
Is
The
that-
one
is that what it
that's
is?
the first one
Yeah.
where she's pregnant, and then
and the neighbor is
The
like,
yeah.
That's the one he worked on
That's
where
the
he's like, we
first
had to
one.
go back and make
Really?
Yeah.
and like throw together a demon.
That's the first one. Yeah, because there is a weird, just random demon that's
That's
put
like
in-
all dark, right? Yeah, because he's like,
he
we
looks,
didn't know.
He looks like just a black version of like the devil. Like
Yeah.
that's all he is. He's got like the hooves.
They're cool as shit. I thought
He is very scary
Yeah.
looking. He is
Yeah.
very scary. But
Because isn't he
I
like
will-
on the stairs?
Yeah,
or some
uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
he's on like all fours at one point in the laundry room.
Yeah.
and then the lights go off and it's the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
And isn't he like behind the doll at one point or some weird shit?
Yes.
I kind of vaguely remember it just from
Yeah.
like what Gage showed me, but
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
Man.
But what made me like sad,
I wish they do 5 more Annabelles. I'm very-
they are fun. They are fun. I will give them that.
it's called Annabelle's.
The Annabelle.
Oh,
That's it.
Annabelle.
Oh, the cult of Annabelles.
The
Just like
cult
the
of
cult of
Annabelle.
Chucky.
Shit, right? I
The
like
cult
it.
of Chucky. Hey, but that would make more sense at least because there was actually a cult based off of.
Yeah.
I mean, with Annabelle. So I mean, I guess
But I pretty much like anything in the Controverse. So you know what I'm saying? I like all the movies, even like La Llorona, which was kind of shitty. I thought.
Oh, La Llorona. I love that one.
It was okay. It was all right. I didn't mind. I've watched it like 8 times.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to like it.
All of the Conjuring universe is fun,
It is. Yeah.
except for the Nun. I fucking hate it.
Oh my god, that's my favorite.
Really?
And well, one of my favorite. I like Annabelle.
I like.
You know what I wish? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like the design of like the old chapel.
I love
and
that
stuff
shit,
for the
man.
nun. I hated this, but I guess you don't go to a Conjuring universe for a storyline. I guess.
What? Okay.
Do you really?
What world am I in right
Well,
now?
like the side stories.
Next
like,
thing you're gonna tell me
like-
you wish there's only one leprechaun, right? I'm looking for
Oh
leprechaun.
no, Leprechaun
Lep
is
in
like
space.
sacred to me. Sacred to me. That I would love if they kept going with that. No, I mean like La Llorona, Annabelle. What was the other one?
Yeah, well, you had
I guess that-
Conjuring, you had the Nun.
And then
That was it,
so yeah,
yeah.
I think like the side stories. I didn't go for storyline. I went for like the fun, like
The character
spooks.
designs and
Yeah,
shit.
character designs, spooks
Yeah.
and stuff. Because I'm like, because La Llorona had a shitty storyline, but I love the character design. I love the scares.
I like
love
the
everything.
history behind it because I didn't really know much about it till it came out
Yeah.
to like, the
That's-
Southwest,
yes,
right?
my-
and with the
My
kinda-
dad's terrified. He won't even watch the movie.
I talk to when the Hispanic community comes in and we talk about that, and I'll mention La Llorona, and they'll holy shit, especially
Yes.
the old ladies
Yes.
come in here, right?
Yes.
And they'll just be like, their eyes get big, and they're like, no, yeah, just fucking go nuts. And I was like,
change the
whoa.
subject?
yeah,
My dad won't even say her name or anything. 'cause
Right.
He's like, don't. He's like, my childhood. That's what it's been.
Sure.
He's like, I never snuck out as a kid because he's like, La Llorona was
She was
like
gonna get you and drag you into the river?
It's
yeah,
like-
and he lived
yeah.
in like a tiny little town, and so like he said he was like at night he like the wind howls.
Yeah.
His grandma would tell him was the screams of La Llorona or her
Oh my
cries
God.
and stuff. Like,
fucking hardcore, dude.
yeah,
I
deep
love
into
it.
Dude.
And so when the movie came out, I was like, "Let's go see it. He's like, I can't. I
Really?
can't do it." He's
That's
like,
too much.
yeah. He just saw the cover art for it, and he's like, I can't.
Can't do it,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm so scared of that woman.
Yeah, it wasn't a great movie, but I just love like the history on
The
it, right?
history.
It's just so cool.
That's one of my favorite like Urban Legends.
Yeah.
With La Llorona. I like
Totally.
as a kid. I love anything with a bride.
Right.
Like I'm like right now, like Bride of
yeah.
the Bride of Chucky. I don't know. There's something
Bride of Chucky,
very
Bride of
like
Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like my favorite Universal monster is Bride of Frankenstein. There's something about a bride
Yeah.
that just intrigues
That's
me
cool.
because it's like the last pure moment of like a woman.
Yeah.
It's like, and like they are like they're all dressed in white because of purity and stuff before like the marriage and
Yeah.
stuff, and like you're not supposed to have sex till marriage and
Right.
stuff like that. So like something about taking something so pure, or like even something like a nun,
Right.
something so pure, or like the purest moment or the happiest moment, and you put that in horror.
Yeah.
It is the most amazing thing in
I
my
agree.
opinion. And
Yeah.
like so like. The bride, the La Llorona, she killed her kids and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like she wasn't even a bride. She just put her wedding dress
Wedding dress,
on
right.
because it
Yeah.
was the last time she felt happy
Yeah.
and stuff. And after she killed her kids, it's like, oh,
It's good.
I love it. I love it. I
All
love
right,
a
so
bride.
now let's flip it. What is? Oh, you got.
I got one for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So what I wish that they would have a sequel for or something. Continue.
Yeah, one that never had a sequel. That it should have had a sequel.
As Above, So Below.
Oh, damn! That is
Like Back to the Catacombs.
that fucking movie, and I'm very claustrophobic.
Yes.
that movie got me.
That movie scared
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm not claustrophobic, but I really like
I'm not
that movie.
claustrophobic. I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's
and there's
so
other
good.
catacombs you can explore also.
Sure.
I mean,
That-
all over
I
Europe, they're
kinda
all over
wish-
the damn place.
You know what? But I kind of wish like that, like when they like supposedly got up, like
The
into
reversal?
yeah, like when like they came out of
Yeah.
the sewer drain and
Right.
stuff. I wish that the sequel would be that they aren't.
They're still in hell?
They're deeper in hell at that
that's
point.
Yeah.
cool. Oh, this
And now,
next
and now,
level down.
yeah,
yeah,
and now they're like in like this purgatory state where they're walking the streets of
It's
London.
just another circle of hell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're walking the street of London, and
Yeah.
shit could go down with that. I feel that that'd be so fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
This,
Yeah, I
that's
really-
That's a
I-
good. I would never thought you would have said that.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
answers are way too easy. Then, like I was going to say Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
Or I've said that. Night of the Creeps would have been cool too.
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, that was a
couldn't
fun
even
movie,
think
right?
about
Tom Atkins
that.
one. Yeah, there's like a lot of those in my brain. That I'm like, man, I would kind of like. But then again, maybe that's why I liked them because there was no sequels. It was a fucking really good.
It was just a really
you
good
nailed it.
standalone.
Just like if Poltergeist only this was Poltergeist, everybody would have fucking liked. There was not been one person who would have liked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then sometimes when you get the sequels, they get shitty and shitty. They're like, fuck that, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So, what about you?
Mine, I'm gonna say, is American Mary.
Oh
sequel.
wow,
I
really?
love it. I don't know. Have you seen that yet?
I've seen it.
Okay, you did
I
see it.
recently, by the way,
Yes.
because it was Miss Callie Marie told me
Yep.
to watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So.
Which I'm excited because I know the Saska sisters are doing a TV show based off of
Oh,
it.
really?
So I'm excited because that is like a sequel to it, and I'm really hoping because I love that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think she died at the end of that movie, so I'm really hoping that like she got like her fucking revenge.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I love that movie so much, and I think everything about that movie.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's actually two interesting. I mean, I'd like to see both too. So that'd
Yeah,
be
I
rad.
would love. So I'm very excited to see what they do.
I have
With that
a
TV show.
honorable mention. You probably won't like this.
What?
But because it led like it was gonna go somewhere. Jennifer's Body.
No, I would love that. I would love a Jennifer.
'Cause remember
Body
she's
remake.
like-
Wait, I love
Yeah,
General.
'cause she's
Body,
fucking.
man.
Yeah.
Isn't she floating at the end?
She,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Or some shit. She has the
because
power, right?
She does
Yeah.
because the whole movie they're talking about how her and Jennifer were connected.
Yeah.
and through the whole movie, she's seeing through Jennifer's eyes as
Yeah.
she's killing each victim.
Right.
So, like I remember people were always saying like, "Oh no, when Jennifer bites her at the end of the movie, that's when she got transferred." And I was like, "No, they've always been
Yeah.
connected." So when Jennifer got into being a demon,
Right.
Yeah.
I always thought, no matter what, that Needy was always a demon from the start.
Right.
Yeah.
Always. Like but it was until the end when she had to kill her best friend that's when she became like her full force demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I actually liked it.
I love that.
That's a
movie.
good one.
That's
Yeah.
a great one. I would
Yeah, that
love
would be
to
cool
see
to
that.
see
Those are
where
like
that
guilty
went.
pleasures. Those like The Craft and those things for me. I fucking just dig those.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, those are the movies I probably shouldn't be liking. I'm like, why is a guy like me like? Well, I think we're fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
No,
man.
those are good.
Yeah.
That's funny that you actually mentioned because I just recently rewatched Jennifer's Body and that movie holds up so well.
Yeah.
So well.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
love Megan Fox. I
She
think
will.
she's amazing.
Megan Fox
Right?
will turn a gay man.
She will.
She will turn a gay man straight.
She recently did
Yeah,
that.
I think I went, yeah,
She
Oh, dude,
recently
she
did
is. Oh.
Till Death, and it was like not a Lifetime movie. It was a Netflix movie where it was basic. Have you guys ever seen Gerald's Game?
no.
Kind of. Oh, that's a good one.
I
It's a
have
good-
seen Gerald's Game.
It's kind of like that where
The degloving.
Kind
Is
of.
that the bed movie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can see that movie?
No,
That's good. You need to watch Gerald's
Holy
Game.
shit.
It's a
Heard of it before.
It's a Stephen King movie adaptation.
Dude, Jason, this movie is. I think you will love
watch
it.
Really?
You have to watch it. It's got a creepy tall man. It's got a degloving.
Gerald's Game.
Dude.
Gerald's Game.
A girl
Write
is
this
fucking
down.
a dude. Is that her husband?
It's her husband.
He dies, right?
He dies on her while
She's
she is
handcuffed.
handcuffed to the bed because they were having sexy time in a
Really?
cabin in a
Bro.
secluded cabin.
She fucking breaks a glass.
Yeah.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
oh,
Because
don't
he
ruin it
hasn't
for
seen
him.
God.
I might watch it tonight.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't see it.
He-
no,
oh,
no,
you
have
gotta
to
watch it.
Where is it at?
Netflix.
Okay,
It should be. Netflix.
It was it made by them?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
because
Yeah.
they make a lot of shitty shit.
Gerald's
That's a
Game. All right, I got it.
It's
Oh.
amazing, Jason.
Oh,
You're
dude.
gonna love it.
Okay.
Because it's got the creepiest fucking tall man I've ever seen in
Really?
a movie. Fucking terrifying. It's also got, I forget what movie that it also shares the same universe with. I can't remember. It's got the one from Misery. What's her name?
Or
oh,
not
fuck.
What's her
Annie
name?
Wilkes.
Yeah, but her.
What's her real
her.
name? Yeah, I
her.
don't know if I-
She plays in another movie where like there's the eclipse with the red moon.
Oh, Dolores Claiborne.
Yes, Dolores
Yeah.
Claiborne. That movie is set in the same universe, so the eclipse in that movie
Happens.
happens the same time.
Yeah.
It's in the same universe, which is pretty cool.
All right. I will watch this.
That is a good
I'm
movie.
down.
Yeah, a
I'm
very
down.
good movie. Ooh, that's a good
I'd be
one.
curious what the listeners think. I'd like to see what they. That's a great. That's a
Yeah.
great question. And I
That
had
is.
to give that. I didn't make up that fucking
Yeah.
question. So one of our customers came up with that one. I was like,
Yeah.
it stumped me
great.
right at the counter. He told me, I'm like, I
Oh
need to think
my
about it. I go, this is one of the
God.
best podcast questions ever.
That
You
it
can go
really
for
is.
days, So
That it really is. That is a great question. I
I
love
think
it.
we almost went days. We went an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap things.
well, we got to ask the gay.
I have my.
Oh, do you have an Ask a Gay?
I do. Okay, ready?
Ah.
And this will be. Well, I don't know. This may make you think. If you had the power to turn any straight man gay,
Who says I don't have that power?
And
So I got that power.
But-
No,
but-
sorry.
Go ahead.
but and guarantee a I don't say relationship, a fling with it, right?
Uh huh.
Who you doing?
Oh god, that's so hard because there's so many. There's so many.
Dude. This is kind of like I gotta be careful with this shit.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
I gotta.
Okay, so
at least,
if there's
at least people are home. Whoever's
dude,
listening, they know that
okay.
these aren't pre-planned questions.
No.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are right on the spot. I gotta think about this.
Fuck. Oh man. So basically,
can
the
only-
question
you
is,
can-
if I had the power to get like,
But here you only have this power.
but I have to be in a
once.
relationship with
No,
them?
no, no, you can-
A fling with. Wait,
fling, yeah.
wait. I have mine right now. That we were just talking about. Me and you were talking about this.
Who is it?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that's right. We were
Talking about this
that.
because again, going back to the remake,
Sure.
spicy in the
Dude,
fucking
Ryan Reynolds
Amityville.
was like shirtless and everything in the early
He was
2000s.
yeah.
right?
He
Blade,
was.
Trinity or whatever.
Blade. What was that?
Amityville.
Amityville.
He's running around like in those dad pajamas.
The one, the slutty,
But no shirt
the
on?
no,
Dude.
no underwear and clear, no underwear.
No, nobody's dad's running. Come on,
in those slutty little pajamas.
Canada,
I was
come on,
like in
Canada.
the full rain.
Canada, you need to do better.
And he's straight. I don't know. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. Because
That's the thing about him.
No, there has not even been
He's
like
pumping babies into Blake Lively like there's no
Yeah.
tomorrow,
I
dude.
could wish. Me and Franco were having this conversation yesterday because we were talking about this, and I was like, "Oh my god."
We were like,
Stop.
oh, look,
I was like, I need
Canada
to stop.
turns out all the hot
Yeah,
Ryans.
I was like, I can't. We gotta
Ryan
stop
Gosling,
right now.
Ryan Reynolds.
We gotta stop right now.
Yeah.
We gotta stop
Oh,
right
fuck.
now.
You- So that's who you.
That's
oh,
100.
gosh.
that's a good pick, man. That's a good pick.
100%.
Man, you know what?
And you know he's not even my type, but like if I could just have 5 minutes with him, just 5. That's all I need. 5 minutes. Give me 2, and I'll get the job done.
Yeah. Oh,
and time for a nap.
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
So this one's kind of like I'm not sure because I think he is gay.
That's such the hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked you because I know there's a lot of undercover or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The guy,
Yeah.
Down low.
That's
Yeah,
down low.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of down low celebs.
in LA or in the Hollywood, world. But so that's why I thought this would stump you a little bit because you're probably like, well, this guy is or this guy, whatever, right? So
Yeah, I'm gonna say okay. Well, I was gonna say Pedro Pascal, but like I think he's gay.
No, he definitely.
Yeah,
is.
people are saying he's gay.
The way
I'm not
he's
outing
the
him.
amount
that's
of
the guy.
of the gay
That's from
community-
Last of Us.
The Last of
Yeah,
Us.
a lot of people are saying
the
that
amount
he's
of times
gay.
that he's called himself daddy. Not even the point that like we call him daddy, but the stuff that he said, "I'll be your daddy." I was like, "Yeah, you could."
Well,
be.
Willem
Yeah.
just said like, oh, he's got so
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So give me a definite.
I'm gonna go with
definite straight guy.
Okay, definite straight guy. I'm gonna go with Jay Courtney.
Who's that?
Who the fuck is that?
Do you guys know who Jay Courtney
No,
is?
wait, hold on. I gotta look it up. I might know who it is.
J-A-I Courtney.
Oh.
So basically, he's like Tom Hardy if he was straight.
Oh, Tom Hardy's not straight.
Oh God!
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. No,
he's not. I feel bad for him because
MySpace days definitely say that.
Oh,
what,
yeah.
What is this guy's name?
J-A-I Courtney. He was in he was Boomerang Man in Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah. I know.
Oh, I
exactly
got
who you're
you.
talking about.
Okay, I know
that
this guy
Aussie
is
dude.
now. I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's definitely
This guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's normally got like
played
mutton
in-
chops.
Yeah. He just played in the recent Terminator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is there another Terminator?
There's
sure?
a bunch of Terminators.
You
You
sure?
No, he's straight.
He's straight? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at half-naked pictures of him.
Like if you look up Jay Courtney and Suicide Squad, then you'll know who I'm talking about.
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that's
for the
him.
longest, and he was in the first one.
Yeah, he's in both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I
that's
had no
who. That's because I know he's straight, as opposed to like a lot of these
second
guys who I'm like they're not wrong.
Yeah, my second would be Skeet Ulrich.
What?
Oh, shit.
You guys know.
Maybe
You guys know.
or I was gonna say Damian Lillard, but he plays for the Portland Trailblazers.
Okay.
Matthew
Matthew
Lillard.
Lillard.
No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Not with him. But I couldn't do it with Scooby Doo
God.
or with Shaggy. But give me
That was an easy one. I
Give
thought
me
it was gonna
Billy
be like
Loomis.
something about how many times have we been on antibiotics for STDs or some weird shit like
We got a lot of shows ahead of us. I got to
Three.
pace this.
Yeah.
I got to pace this, man.
3.
I'm kidding. I just made
I
it
was
up.
like, no. I was like, oh my god. Why am I saying anything? You've got a long life. I've only. I have.
Oh, there we go.
long life.
It's pretty much every show that you
has
get
to get a dig.
that last dig.
I have to. I mean, he calls me poor half the time.
I
Because
never
shop
say that you're
because I shop
poor.
at fucking Walmart.
I don't pour shame. I just celebrate wealth. There's a difference.
Oh, I love it.
I celebrate the youth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Youth does trump wealth
It does.
It does.
For now.
for now.
Thing is that hourglass is always just saying it's going, always
ticking.
going to.
Oh, it's
Sends it-
ticking.
yeah.
How fast do you become 23 or 24, whatever, right?
Pretty fast.
Pretty
dude.
fucking fast.
We're already almost halfway to this year, and it's already we're
That's right. Soon you'll be a quarter of a century. Just throwing it out there. All right, that's a run your day. So
Yeah.
I'm basically dust.
then
at this
you're
point in the
you're
gay
15.
community.
You're 15 years from no one ever wanting you.
I can.
Your words, by the way. You told me
that's
that.
true. No, that's true. Yeah, it is true. That's what I'm saying. I'm basically. I can't
That's
label
like
myself as
40
a
is like in the gay world is like the black hole.
This is
It's
like-
just like literally.
Yeah, this is like my last few months of being able to call myself a twink and get away with it. That's sad. That's real sad. What am I supposed to do with myself?
It is sad to see people that think that they're twinks, but they're not.
When you're
Oh,
at
really?
25 and you're saying you're still a twink. There's a problem.
Delusion.
There's delusion right there.
Delusional.
Yeah.
I've learned so
At
much.
least go with the twunk. That at least adds like something, but like not the twink. You can't be a twink.
You
anymore.
cannot be.
I still like the power seal. Was that what
The
you?
power
Power seal.
The power seal.
Is that what it was?
Power Seal Night at Club Tush.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! All right.
Well, if you
All right,
stuck with us, that was
an hour
like
and a
a
half.
random episode of
That
just
is.
like
This was a chillax episode.
I liked
We-
it.
You know,
I liked it. That was good. It was a good
it's
conversation.
good. The last few episodes we've been like heavy with trivia, heavy with lore and stuff. So
Yeah.
it felt good just to talk. And we took a week off, so you
Yeah.
know, there was a lot we had to catch up on.
And by the way, on that trivia thing, I'm glad that you and Justin, who our manager here at the store, who's from Salem, you guys bonded a little bit.
We did. We talked about
Some witch
all the
trials.
stuff. Yeah.
Did you find
the
out if
witch-
which side he's related to?
No.
Because he's either related to the accusers or
Oh,
the witches.
shit. I didn't think
He
about
has
that.
to be.
I was about to say I
His
didn't.
blood
I-
is definitely
yeah,
one or the other.
I was about to say, he's definitely a witch. He's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
part of the
I
witches.
think
with
so,
those
too.
cheekbones.
Yeah, with those cheekbones. Yeah.
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 No, but yeah, we had a really good conversation about Tituba and stuff,
Yeah.
so that was really funny.
Fucking Tituba, man.
Tituba,
I
man.
bombed on that one. God.
Yeah,
I said
I was
Marietta.
fan-
I still think Marietta, man.
I was fangirling big time, so
Ugh.
it was great. It was great. I still
Well-
feel great from that episode too. I really got you right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
just wait
you
for the
were
wait for
so
the.
confident.
I know. Fuck.
You were so confident saying you're not going to do good.
Here's the thing, you could have totally made me win on this.
I know, but I wanted it to be fair. Like I actually would. I'm willing to go down with the ship. You know what I mean?
You did.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't get one right.
I know that.
What if
was-
they have clothes over there that you can like paper clothes? Would that work? You can
Paper
just draw.
clothes, just
on it?
Yeah, you could look like one of those paper dolls that everybody does.
That'll be
Oh,
my
that'd
first
be
OnlyFans
so
video.
funny.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys very much.
Yeah,
We
good
will
show.
see you next week. We are going to do
Yes.
the video of us shopping.
Yeah, let's see
We'll
this.
post that shit
Can't
on
wait.
YouTube.
Yes, we are.
And then
We're gonna pump up that Instagram a little bit. Let's get
Yeah.
let's get some.
we do. Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get some
yeah,
shit
yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
So
we
yeah,
do.
definitely.
We need to.
all right.
We'll just
cool.
do some thoughty shit for it. Until then, bye.
Goodbye.